Hey, hello everyone. This is Kiran, and today we are going to talk about dashboards in Jira. So, dashboard is a very interesting feature available in Jira, which will help us give an overview of the ongoing progress of the project we are working on. So, it is very helpful for presenting a demo to the stakeholders and to our project managers or to the client in between while we are progressing through the sprint or when we are actually working on any project. So, we'll see what actually dashboard mean. So we'll go to dashboard on the top tab, and then we can do a click on view all dashboards. So let's see if we have already created any dashboards. So we'll see a default dashboard. Let's open that, and then we can see what's there inside, and then we'll create our own dashboards too. So you can see some of the gadgets here which has some representation of the data. So we have to understand what these dashboards are, what this dashboard is showing us. So there's a default dashboard which is already created. The first, there is introduction, and then there are projects. So we have two projects, demo project and orange HRM project. So we can choose one of the projects if we want to create dashboard along that project. And then we have assigned to me issues. You can see here. So it's a good representation. I can see all the issue key which is assigned to me, and then their current priority. What are the priorities of these? A number of issues which is assigned to me right now. So that is which is very visible and is very useful data. And then if we come down, we can see activity stream, which shows us what latest progress or what happened with the tickets inside a particular project. So we can, or maybe since both the projects are selected here, it will show us progress or updates of both the projects, whatever we do in any of the tickets. So it will give us the latest updates of the changes or updations on the tickets. So we can click on show more and see more updates on the. So basically, let's say somebody changed the labels to of a bug, so the IDs are mentioned properly and they are all clickable links. So when you click on it, it opens in a new tab, and you can see the description of that particular issue. So you can see here so many changes, and it refreshes every 2 minutes, right? So it is a good thing that okay, it will update if we do some changes. So it will update in 2 minutes, right? So that's the default dashboard which we can see, which is available in our dashboard section. We can refresh this if we want to actually update. Let's say we did some updations on some tickets and we wanted to not wait for even 2 minutes, so we can refresh it ourselves also from this button. We can edit this dashboard and change accordingly whenever we want to, but let's not edit this one. Let's create our own dashboard. Okay, what's there inside? We can share this dashboard. Let's say your manager asks for the current reports or status of your project. So you can create a good dashboard, good pictorial representation of the ongoing activities, and you can share it with your teammates or manager or anybody. Now we'll do one thing. We'll go and create a dashboard from here or from the drop down mentioned here, right? So the name of the dashboard, so let's say orange HRM dashboard. Okay, description I can give as anything, project progress or something. Now you want this dashboard to be private, or you want to share it with a group, or you want to share it with all the people in the project. So you can just make it project level so all the people in the project can see it. But if you don't want it to be visible to all the people, you can just share it with your private group also. So you can create your own group to whom you want to share, or you want this dashboard to be available to all the people in the organization having access to the Jira. So that is also possible. Or you want to share it to only one particular user, or you want to see it yourself only, then it can be private. So based on the accessibility and visibility, you can change this. So we'll select project, let's say. So all the people in the project will have access to this dashboard, and who all can edit this dashboard, you want your teammates to have accesses of editing the gadgets which has been added to the dashboard, yes, then you can select project level, or you can keep it private if you yourself only wants to update this or edit this. So I'll just click on save. Now you can see I got a new dashboard, orange HRM dashboard. There's a refresh button which we can refresh anytime. Adding a gadget is the option available here. Changing the layout is also available, and then done. So first thing that we have to do is to add gadgets in the dashboard. So gadgets are small they are already created options available to us. We can just add as per our requirement. There are huge number of gadgets available. If I just scroll down, you can see so many of them, but we have to know what we want to actually see in the dashboard, what we want to showcase to our senior management. So let's say activity stream is one of the gadgets which we really saw right now in the default dashboard, that it will show us the latest updates of the activities going on in all the tickets across the project, right? Fair enough. Assign to me is also useful, as in I can get a list of the activities or the issues which are assigned on my name, right? So that gadget is also useful. But let's move on and see more. So average age chart will show me the number of days the issues have not been resolved. So you get to know, okay, these issues are pending since a long time, so you will actually work upon those issues first. So that's one of the useful metric to have a look on, right? Now average number of time in status, it will display the time issues have been in a particular status, let's say reopened, so, which all issues are reopening again and again, right? So these are all good metric to work upon. Average time in the status, that how much time one issue has taken to get resolved, let's say, right? If it can only happen when you are actually inserting the time or work log or efforts inside a ticket, right? Bubble chart is a representation across whatever entities you will be selecting, right? So there are many. So let's choose one of the gadgets here. Let's choose created versus resolved. Let's say I'll add this gadget. So when I click on add, it gets added onto my dashboard on the left side. Yeah, you can see created versus resolved. Now I will tell you how to edit this gadget, but let's add some more gadgets and then we'll edit all together and our dashboard will be ready. Okay. So here we go. Days remaining in the sprint gadget is also important. Let's say we are on a sprint, as in let's say we have started a sprint. Okay. So what we can do is we can just know that, okay, these many days are remaining. So that will give us a reminder sort of picturization that, okay, only 5 days are remaining. So we have to work fast, right? So that is also important. Filter results is also equally, it's a good one. Like you can use the filters which you have saved, and based on that. So like you remember we have filters, like I will just open it in the new tab so that we can have a look. View all filters, open in new tab. So you can see the two filters, user stories and bug filters we have created. You remember in the last session. So user stories, let's say we want to see all the user stories. So those gadgets can also be added, right, if you want to. Heat map is yet another gadget which will show us what all statuses are there or who all are working, whatever entity you want to see, right? Let's go ahead and see. Issues in progress is like all the issues in the progress, which are ongoing. So if you want to see that, Jira issue calendar, Jira roadmap, what is the how is the work going on, what is the status, so how they are connected, so roadmap. So pie chart is yet another gadget which is very good to display. So pie chart can be created across various entities, as I said. Let's say you want to see the pie chart along the number of people working in the team. So how many tickets are there with each people, so they can create a pie chart and you can see it. We can create pie chart across the statuses of the how many tickets are resolved, how many are closed, so we'll see that. So pie chart can be we can have multiple pie charts in our dashboard. Project recently created tickets, resolution time, how much time any ticket is. Sprint burndown is yet another one. I'll just add this one also to show you that it will show us the progress of the current sprint going on, and the burn down chart basically of that sprint going on. Sprint health gadget, is the sprint going well or not, right? Time since, like till what, that when was this issue created and what is the current status of the issue. So time since is also useful sometimes. Two-dimensional filter statistics, we can create it. Now let me add this also. So we got some 3 gadgets. Let's add one more just to have a symmetrical look. Otherwise, there's no mandate on how many gadgets we can add. Workload pie chart. And this can be done by allocating work logs into our tickets. Then Zypher scale, actually this can be added only when we are actually adding Zypher plugin into our Jira. So we'll learn that in the later sessions. So these can be used only after adding them. Okay, then we'll go down and see if something else we can add here. No, I think that's all for the gadgets. We can add resolution time or something if you want to, or otherwise this is fine. Let's do one thing. Let's create the gadgets, edit the gadgets. So two-dimensional statistics is very important. So you can do it across of any saved filters only. Okay, so whatever filters you have saved, based on that you can see a two-dimensional statistics, good statistics. So let's say I'll choose the bugs. Okay, all the bugs which I have which is there in the project. So I'll select bug. So what do you want along the x-axis? You want the assignee's name, let's say, and along the y-axis, let's say you want the status, like what is the current status, right? So status. And what do you want to sort it as? Natural, okay, fine. And ascending or descending, the direction, number of results you want, maybe if you want to increase, so it's just to 10, and you want to update every 15 minutes, let's say. Okay, so these are the changes or editing you need to do, and then save. So I will save this gadget. Okay, so when you save this gadget, you get a two-dimensional statistics, like the tabular format. You get the data whatever you wanted to see. So along the x-axis you wanted to see the assignee, like these people have the bugs. Filter we have used is the bug. So Kiran, Preeti, Jishi and unassigned. Unassigned is also one of the categories, because these bugs also needs to be taken care of. So all these are the assignees, and along the y-axis we wanted the status. So in to do we have 2 tickets with Kiran, 3 tickets with Preeti, and so on as in progress and done. So total unique issues is this and this. So it gives us a very good pictorial tabular representation of what is going on with whatever filter we want to. Let's say we want to see all the issues, so it will not segregate based on the bugs only, it will show us all the issues. So we have to create a filter like that. In the filters I can quickly create a filter, right? Let's say I'll go to advanced filter, advanced issue search. Now just hang on. So when I create a filter here, I want to see all the issues. Okay, so I'll just cross this. So I'll select the project, orange HRM, type all, status all, and up. So we get 43 issues, if you can see here, right? So we have to save this filter. Only then we can create a dashboard along it. So 43 issues I will save as save as, what is the name of the filter? All issues or something. So you whatever name you want to give, and submit. So we got a filter which is having all the issues in the project. So I can just create another two-dimensional statistics along those filter, along the filter. Now let's go and okay, sprint burn down chart I'll show you, just hang on. Now let's go on to the pie chart section. So in the pie chart we need to select a filter. Let's say I selected a filter which is all issues. Just a second, it's mandatory. So I'll just write A. So I'll get whatever filters I have saved, right? So I selected all issues. Okay, now When I selected all issues filter, advanced. Now statistics types. What now, how do I want to see this chart along what, right? So I want to see it based on the statuses of the current issues, whatever, all issues are added here. So I'll select status, let's say. Okay, now update every 15 minutes is important because I want it to refresh every time, right? So when I click on save, you see a good pie chart created. It will show us the current. So let's say it will show us, okay, 32% is done, 16% are still in progress, and still 51% is in to do, right? So we get a good representation. Let me add one more pie chart so that I can show you more representation of the data. Hang on, I'll just pie chart. Yeah, here we go. So we'll add one more pie chart. So it's actually the, I can change the layout. Let's say I don't want it to be like one after the other. I probably want it side by side. So I'm just changing the layout to this. Then you can see. Yeah. Okay, so what I can do is I can just move this here. One column, two columns, three columns, left sidebar, right sidebar. Okay, let's have just a second. No, I think two columns is good. So this layout looks good. And I have created another pie chart. Where is it? Here we go, pie chart. Okay, so what I can do is now I can just add the same all filters, all issues filters, and now I'll create this statistics not along the statuses but along the assignee. So I want to see like how many people are, update every 15 minutes we can do, how many people are having issues allocated to them. So I can see the pie chart. So you can see so many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people are there. So 2% is there with this Kiran Sahu, and then unassigned is 48%, 11% is with Chishi QA, Preeti is having 18%, and again another Kiran Sahu is having 18%. So we can see that this pie chart has shown us a good representation of the current status of the assigned tickets. So that is how we can use pie chart. Now we have another one which we had added in the gadget, which is created versus resolved. This is very important, So what happens, you want to see how many got created and what is the result. So we can select any of the filters. Let's say I select this time stories or user stories. So I'll just select the user stories. Period, how do you want to update? So I want to see the daily progress, let's say, and days previously created 30 days, or we can just change it accordingly. Display the trend of unresolved. Okay, no, our only major versions. So let me see what is the chart like. Now you can see here that it is showing us last 30 days how many got created. So here 0, 0, 0, all, nothing got created. So here we can see that some tickets got created and resolved. 2 tickets got created and resolved are 3, because in this week only 2 got created and resolved is 3. And here moving forward again the same thing. And then you can see here, and when we move ahead, so here in this 14 got created and only 1 was resolved. So this is showing us how many tickets are getting created and how many are getting resolved as the day progresses based on the number of days, right? So created issues are 18 and resolved issues are only 4, right, in the last 30 days. So we can keep changing the statistics along which we want to see the data, and accordingly we can have a clear representation of what we want to see, right? So that is a very good representation. Now what we can do is we can create a sprint, and we can see the sprint burn down chart also in this dashboard, which is very, very useful. Okay, just hang on for a second. Okay, so let's start the sprint, and then we can see the sprint burn down chart here in the dashboard. So we go on to the board and we can start on the sprints. So let's say we have so many tickets already created in the backlog, so we can just start on the sprint. One more thing which I had to show is this insight section on the backlog tab. Okay, let's spend some time here and then we'll go back to the dashboard part. So here in this backlog page, which you can come and from the project page, so we have roadmap, backlog, boards and reports, right? So in the backlog we have something called insight. So insight gives you an idea of the current status. So if I just click on this, you can see that sprint commitment, issue type, it tells us, okay, these many are the, this is 14 issues are there, 14 stories are there, 28% bugs, which is 8 issues are there, and tasks are 6, which is 21%. So it gives you an insight, a kind of dashboard for the current sprint. So it is a good practice to have an insight on the current sprint. Now we can start on the sprint, but let's assign story pointers so that we can have a good sprint burn down chart representation. So let's do that. I'll just cross this and I will keep on adding story pointers from here. So let's assign some numbers. I'll give randoms right now because we have to focus on the dashboard part. So I'm giving even numbers this time again. So to all the stories, I have it in this sprint of mine. So I can just assign random numbers and my sprint will be ready to be started. Okay. So I have added the pointers. Now let's do one thing. Let's start the sprint. Let's start the sprint. Here we go, start sprint. So I have 90 story pointers to achieve. In progress is already 12 because we have changed ourselves without starting the sprint, if you remember, just for the sake of creating filters. But no problem, let's start the sprint here. So when we do that, a new page opens. So you can see that, okay, fine, this is sprint number 3. I have the customized duration I have chosen. So 25th April 11:09 a.m. is the time. So I want it to end today itself, so I'll customize it to 25th April only, but I'll change the time. So let's say I want to end the sprint at 1 hour from now, so 12 p.m. So what I do, 12 p.m. Okay, so I'll just choose 1 hour. PM, sorry. Okay. Okay, I have to change the date actually, 25th. The date is changing. Yeah, I can choose 12 p.m. from here, 12:30 p.m. Okay, no problem. So it's not taking by default 12 p.m., but that's okay. It has to have some span maybe. So I can just start the sprint. I can write some goals, test for now. And then I start on the sprint. So the sprint has started, right? There are some tickets. The board will be opening soon. So we have some tickets in to do, in progress. Let's move one to done. Okay. And then we can see the sprint burndown chart in the dashboard. So we are here in the editing mode of the dashboard. Coming back to here, we have added the gadget of sprint burndown. So boards, you have to select which board. So orange HRM board, right? This board I want to see the gadget sprint burndown for. Now which sprint? You have to select the sprint. So OH sprint 3 is the ongoing sprint. Refresh. I want to refresh every 15 minutes. Okay, and then save. So when we save, we get the burn down chart created. So right now we can see that there is only a small progress. This red line is the progress. Ideal curve is the gray line, which we have seen in the previous session. The gray line is the ideal curve, but this red line is the progress. You can see here one ticket we moved it to done, right? So the moment we keep on changing, the sprint burn down will be updating. So if I move more tickets to done, let's say, so I moved some tickets to done. I'll refresh the sprint burn down gadget and you can see a change in the graph. So I have to refresh it because it will refresh automatically every 15 minutes only, right? So I have done it. You can see more tickets are moving. So the whenever it is going parallel, it means there is no progress. So the moment it is touching the ideal curve or going down it, that means there's a good progress. So it is going to meet the x-axis if the progress continues. So that is the meaning of burn down chart we have seen in the previous sessions. So see, this starts at 11:10 and it has divided the x-axis every 10 minutes, but usually it will be days, but here I just wanted to show you. So 20, 11:30 and so on till 12:30, and we have to achieve 92 story pointers. So it is here, and okay, it's how many story pointers? Just a second. So we saw some 92, I guess, yeah, before we started on the sprint. So it has to be exactly. So if I go back to the board, let's say I go back to the board, it will not have, sorry, I meant backlog. So I'll go back to the backlog. It will not have any issues right now because it's already in progress. Just a second. So the sprint is in progress. So I can see the insights from here. So sprint commitment, 1 not 2 pointers, actually it had 1 not 2 pointers, not 92, 1 not 2 pointers. So that's where we can see, okay, fine. So I can go back and just check the gadget again. Sorry, here we go. So it is a little above 1, that's where 1 not 2. Okay, so let's move more ticket and see the changes in the graph for the time being. I go to the board, I move more tickets to done. So you can see a significant change in the graph in that case. Okay. Now, if I just show you the graph, it will be drastically changing because I've moved a lot of tickets. So see, you can see so steep curve down. That means a lot of progress happened at the same time, you know, on the same day or same minute, whatever. So that's where, you know, the meaning of the curve is explained properly here. So it will keep on changing accordingly. So that is about dashboards. We can create our own dashboard or edit the existing dashboard. We can refresh it whenever we want to. We can add gadgets in the dashboard, new gadgets anytime. We can change the layout of it, and let's save the dashboard first. Let me click on done. Then you'll get to see how my dashboard look like. Let's say I want to refresh it, I can refresh it, I can edit it again and add more gadgets if I want to. I want to share it with my teammate or anyone. So I can just rename or share. So when I click on share, I'll get an option to change the viewers, like it's private. So I want it to be shared with my group or my project. So everybody in the project can see it and save it Here we go. Editors also we can change when we want to. Again, I'll show you. So if I want to rename, I can just rename, right? Orange HRM dashboard, and viewers, I can change. I can add viewers. Let's say I change it to my project. Which project? So Orange HRM project, and all rules, and then save. Editors, if you want to change, you can change from here. Let's say I will change the editors also. Rename or share. Change the editors to the project level. Which project? Orange HRM project. All roles, only admin. Save. So Orange HRM dashboard was successfully updated, right? So that's what we can do, and we can see what all we have added. We have added one pie chart which is giving us assignee representation, as in how many percentage is assigned to which person in the team. So 21% is 21, a total 43 issues. So 21 issues is unassigned, and 8 is with this person, and 8 is with this person, 5 is with this person. And percentage you can directly see by hovering the mouse over the colors along the pie chart. Now, two-dimensional filter statistics is yet another very important statistics which will give you a view of any two entities which you select. So here we have selected the assignee and the statuses. So we have got a good statistics to be viewed. Sprint burn down we have explained. Now pie chart for all issue, like how many issue types are there. What is the current status, not types. Current status as in done, to do. So status of the issues and the can be seen using this. And then created versus resolved. So how many tickets are created and what is the how many are resolved. So if we just refresh this once, (18) issues were created in the last 30 days and 9 are resolved now, right? So we get a good representation along the dates, on which date, like 25th April, so many got resolved. So we got a steep hike, right? So that's how we can create a dashboard and share it with the teammates and actually have a very good representation of the progress of the projects. So that's about dashboards in Jira. We'll learn more concepts in the upcoming sessions, like project settings and marketplace for Jira. Thank you.